You gonna get some people up in here? No. I don't know. Kimberly. Hello. Hello. Hey. What up? What the deal is? Hello from South Africa. Hi. Is Jade having a stroke? Honestly, daily. 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 The hat, please send it to my address. This is from, I'm not happy about it, but I needed a hat because I got a haircut in LA and I was feeling insecure about it because she cut a lot off. But it is from Urban Outfitters. So I'm sure if you go to the website, they probably still have them. You need fashion help? What fashion help do you need, babes? The reason why I'm live right now is because I was going to put up a video, but then I wanted to sleep. So I didn't. I was supposed to edit it this morning and I didn't. Cheating on your barber. Honestly, I feel like I don't assimilate to that. I don't honor that. I feel like if I need a haircut and I'm not around you, I'm gonna go somewhere else to get my haircut. Period. This is stupid, but your email from Hillbox address had me starstruck. No, stop. We need Androgynous. Okay, let's talk about this. So I have been getting requests from the y'all and others on Instagram and stuff wanting me to do a swimwear like outfits or just like swimwear options. But honestly, there just aren't many. Like, other than swim trunks and a bikini top, or swim trunks and a sports bra, swim trunks with a one piece underneath, swim trunks with whatever kind of top underneath, and then like a tank top. There just aren't like a lot of options, you know? Swimwear is like that thing that is fairly limited, especially if you don't want to wear a bikini or you don't want to wear a one piece. The only other option really is swim trunks. Or like briefs, like Speedo briefs type of thing. There's just not a lot of options. And so I feel like I could do a swimwear video, but I just don't think it'd really be helpful at all. I would just be showing you the swim trunks that I have, you know? And the swim trunks that I have don't even fit me that well. So this is a welcome break from 6 hours of, oh shit, hey, come on through. I got graduation next week and it's hot over here. I dress mask and want to wear a suit, but I can't. Ooh, yeah, don't wear a suit. Do not wear a suit. Honestly, this is what you should do. Get a button down, like a really nice fitting button up, I guess, rather, because a button up is more formal. Make sure you wear an undershirt though. It's going to suck. I'm sorry. It's just going to suck. You're going to be hot, but this is the only thing that's going to make the look come together. You could do a short sleeve. but I wouldn't advise it. So button up that fits really nicely, tank top underneath or a t-shirt, like an undershirt to get to soak up the sweat, and a pair of like really nice dress pants and a belt, a really good belt. Where do I get the swim trunks that fit my curvy body? Honestly, I would suggest ASOS because ASOS has that plus section. Um, if you're curvy, but if you are like no bigger than like a size 14, then I think the men's swim trunks section at ASOS is cool too. Like just the regular men's. And the problem though is that like people don't make swim trunks for women. They make these like the short biker shorts kind of shorts. And if that's not really your vibe, then you're gonna have to go with the men's trunks. But in my experience, the men's trunks aren't super wide. And so if I were to sit down in a pair of men's trunks and like kind of like open my like man spread a little bit, it would just be really tight. So true, such limited options. I have a hard time making videos that I feel are pointless. So I don't know if I'm going to make that video, guys. I'm that fool who wears a one piece with men's broad shorts over it. I do that sometimes too. Honestly, you know, it's a vibe sometimes is if you have a one piece that's really high cut, like right here, and just like kind of sag your shorts a little bit. And so you expose that thigh, that not that thigh, but the hip bones or just like that little hip area. That could be cute. I literally clicked an article for non-bikini swimwear links yesterday, and there were 6 bikinis out of 10. It's just slim. It's just slim pickings. Can you maybe do a video on how to dress for women with a bigger waist size? This is something I struggle with a little bit. Shopping is hard. If you don't mind me asking, what's your dress size? I felt that about trying to dress mass for graduation. Mercury and shoulder blade made me laugh. So should the pants be short or long? Long. They should be long. Do I think you could pull off a cute shorts moment for your graduation? Yes. However, there are just certain occasions where I feel that like just doing the basics and doing the basics really well is probably going to serve you a little bit more or better. I need help with jeans. I have wide hips but wear men's clothes. I think I mean, it really just depends on what you're comfortable with. But what I would suggest is buying women's. I would even suggest this for a man that has just like a bigger butt or bigger thighs or bigger hips, simply because men's pants tend to not be as stretchy. And so women's pants do have that elastic in them. And so it just might be a better fit. I wear a size 14 in pants and a large, extra large in the shirt. Okay. And you had a question about how to dress for a woman with a bigger waist size. One thing I would suggest for anyone with a body type that isn't like suitable for straight off the rack, which is bullshit, would be to get things tailored. I know I say that all the time, but it's because it's the best option. Like, unless you're getting all of your clothes custom made, you know, like being able to go into a store, find a pair of pants or a shirt that fits you, and then take it to a tailor to get it to fit your body perfectly. It's just always going to look better than trying to get something off the rack and then wearing it, even though you know it's not 100% the best fit. Especially if it's like a more dressed up event you're going to, or just more like dressed up types of clothes that you're trying to find. I feel like there's a lot of lightweight fabrics for pants that are cute for hot weather graduation, like linen. Yeah, linen could work. Me personally, I don't like linen pants. I think it tends to make people look older, but that's just me. You are completely different. It may look way better on you than it does on me. Hip exposure with baggy pants is giving she-they, and I love it. Yep. I found a very stretchy men's pants at Uniqlo. Ooh, yeah, Uniqlo's good too. Uniqlo is good for basics. Top 2 Insta Fitspo accounts. Ooh. Darian Famous. Honestly, just Darian Famous. If you don't mind me asking, where are the places you shop online? I live in Colorado, so there aren't many trendy clothing stores in my area. I go on Farfetch. I go on Essence. I like ASOS from time to time. Good Hood. I like H&M for a good basic. Honestly, that's it. eBay. And that's it. I'm in the Southern Hemisphere and your content is like flipped. So it's kind of funny. Like you're making summer videos and I'm in the middle of winter. Oh shit. What are some creative fits to wear to the club? Creative fits. Okay. This is what, if you want to pull off a creative fit, I'm about to tell you what you need. Okay. You need something dramatic. You can do 2 dramatic things. You can do 1 dramatic thing, but you need one thing that is dramatic. So that could be a dramatic coat, a dramatic pair of pants, a dramatic hat, just one thing. Dramatic accessory, like maybe like a extravagant necklace of some kind. But if I'm wearing this to the club, a creative fit to wear to the club. If I'm going to the club, I would probably just like maybe go up a bit on my accessories. I probably would wear chunkier or maybe a little bit louder accessories. Simply because if I'm in the club, there's a chance that I'm going to be dancing. There's a chance that my shoes could get stepped on. So I don't want to wear shoes that are too nice. And I don't want to wear anything that takes up too much space. I don't want to wear anything that I'm going to be hot in. So that's what I would do. Have you seen Culprit underwear? I keep getting ads for them. Men's style underwear, but fit for AFAB bodies, plus no pee-pee pocket. I've never heard of that. You also like Bershka? No, I have one thing from Bershka. 2? I have 2 things from Bershka. I don't go to Bershka specifically because I don't think I can buy from there in the US. So if I do have Bershka, or the Bershka items that I do have, they're from ASOS. Hey Jade, I've got to go to a meeting now, but I saw you're live. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you. I am. Hope you have a good meeting. Debating what underwear to invest in now. I'm like flipping always between boy short and thongs. I work in an office, gotta avoid the line. I feel that I wear boxer briefs pretty much daily. So that's what I like. I like Calvin Klein boxer briefs though, because they got that microfiber, so it's real breezy. Never feels like you're wearing like too many undergarments. Are there any good places you'd recommend for trucker hats and tote bags? I would recommend, honestly, I would recommend eBay for trucker hats. Yeah, eBay for trucker hats. Also Amazon for trucker hats. Because this style, I'm not gonna take this out because my hair looks crazy. But this style, so the New Era 940 adjustable trucker hat fits my head pretty perfectly. And so I actually found these in blank. So they're completely blank with just like the New Era logo on them. on Amazon. And I thought about dead ass buying like 10 in 10 different colors and just having the blanks of them all. Because we also just got some Hill Fox patches done. And so I kind of want to put it on the hat. I can only say a few minutes. I'm hurt. Why are you hurt? Oh, because you only can say a few minutes. Any opinions on Woxer? I don't have any opinions on Woxer. My issue with a lot of queer underwear brands is that I don't like the branding. Like, I don't want a pair of Woxer underwear that has just Woxer all over the waistband. I feel the same way. Honestly, I feel the same way about any brand, like literally any brand. I don't like the brand all being all the way around the waistband of underwear. I just don't like it. And one thing I've noticed with a lot of queer brands, specifically queer underwear brands, is that I just don't like how they do their branding. It's either like the color options, it's like rainbow and black and white. Not for me. I might not like the actual logo itself, like how the brand looks, I may not care for. And so when it's just slapped onto something, I don't care for it. So yeah, I've never owned a pair of Wox or anything before, but I have seen their stuff before, and it's just not my favorite when it comes to the branding. How do you buy boxer briefs in men's? I basically just go by the size. Yeah, I go by the size and guide. So I'm like a size 31 waist. And so usually they have it broken up like 28 to 30 is a small, 32 to 34 is like a medium. And I know that my underwear will most likely dry in the dryer because I'm not gonna hang all of my underwear up. So once I dry, I know it's probably gonna shrink a little bit. And so I end up getting a medium most times. Also, I have to account for the fact that I have a little bit of a butt and like more thighs than the average man. So having that little bit of extra room is going to be helpful. Don't you want to put less bow on your head? Not at all. Not at all. Fenty be overdoing it with that sometimes. Plus size online stores. My style is very mass streetwear, but your dog a bit thick, so I don't want to emphasize that. I'm always just gonna say ASOS because I feel like ASOS has the biggest men's plus size section where you can actually find trendy items or just items that don't look like they're from Men's Warehouse, you know. But I am not a plus size person, and so obviously I don't shop in many plus size sections. So someone who actually is plus size will probably be able to give you a better answer than I could. Would love to see a vid on your most commented on garments or outfits, like a t-shirt that people often notice or say something about. Honestly, I don't even know what those things are because I haven't been outside in so long. Do you ever play with makeup to complement your looks, or do you prefer? I don't know how to do makeup. I will wear concealer every now and then, but my skin routine has been doing what it's been needing to fucking do. So I haven't really been wanting to wear it. My eyebrows are also a little thicker than they normally are. So maybe this one could use some help for sure. But yeah, normally I don't wear makeup though, unless I have like a dark spot that I want to cover up, concealer or something, or my brows. Would love to hear your opinions on unisex marketing clothing. I feel like in practice, the cuts don't always work out for bodies that aren't already thin / non-curvy. Yes, I 1000% agree. I think that a lot of unisex brands are just men's. They have men's cuts. So like you'll never see like a unisex brand that has t-shirts that don't look like they fit women well. It will always fit a man well, but it won't fit a woman well. And I feel like no one has done a really good job of finding what a unisex fit is. Like, what is that style of t-shirt that looks good on masculine and feminine bodies? Like, I don't think anyone has cracked that code yet, at least not to my knowledge. So yeah. I think I'm going to try university for fashion. Any thoughts or words of encouragement? Kind of like oh, okay, look at you. Any words of encouragement? I don't I I guess just believe in what your vision is, because I would assume that a lot of people in fashion, at least going to fashion school, probably have a very strong aesthetic, or at least a very like they're very confident in whatever aesthetic they have. And I can imagine going somewhere like that would be intimidating, seeing everyone's aesthetics and seeing um, how passionate they are about, really pushing that aesthetic. And so I would just say stay true to what yours is. And if you're planning to go to fashion school, then I'm assuming you have one already. You kind of have an aesthetic. And if you don't let anyone's views or anyone's aesthetic, influence you too much. Like come up with your own stuff. I find your vids helpful, especially since I've kind of started struggling with dysphoria. Is this something you have and experience? Oh, I literally am uploading a video on this next week. That was the video I was supposed to upload today, but I was too tired. So stay tuned next week. It's 100% about that. Does my merch ship to the UK? Yes. Yes, I think it does. Do you have any opinions on capsule wardrobes, minimalist approaches to fashion? I think that it's definitely sustainable, and for that, it should be appreciated and respected. It's not for me. I like color. I like trying different things. I like different cuts and silhouettes and stuff. So it's not for me, but it's definitely an aesthetic that I appreciate. But there is absolutely no way in hell I can do it. It sucks that some of the best androgynous clothes are expensive designer pieces. Yeah, I don't think that they all are. It's just like, how do we find all of these small brands? Like, how do we find these smaller um, brands and designers that are making this stuff, because they're out there. I think Instagram helps, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I've been shopping from the women's section a bit lately because it's something I've never really done. And so far it's gone great. But I gotta say, what is up with women's pockets? They are tiny. Yes. It makes no sense at all. I understand your frustration. I understand your pain. Do we ship to France? I don't know. I don't think that we do. Just so I'm going to say this just so that it's here. If we don't ship to your country, it's usually because we don't have the funds to support that, and all of the fees that go into being able to ship internationally. We do have some countries that we ship to, and we do add some monthly actually. But if we don't ship to your country, it's usually because there's just some policies that we're not clear on, and that we don't want to ship something out, have you expect it to be at your door at a certain time, and then it doesn't get there because of some shit that we didn't even know about. And now the package is like lost in the sauce somewhere, or it's now back to us because it got shipped back to us. Culturally specific clothing are Culturally specific clothing are so much better at unisex fits than Western clothes. Are from India, and men wear tunics and skirts at events, and it's no big deal. Yes, yes. And if I wasn't appropriating some shit, I would wear it too. Do you know places to find men's oversized button ups? I like the Korean men's fashion aesthetic. We're too scared to buy Korea stores due to sizing. Once again, ASOS. Once again, ASOS. I know Zara also does a pretty good job of that. If you don't want to shop fast fashion, I would check out this brand called Ami Paris, AMI Paris. I would also check out a brand called YMC. There's also Kenzo, one of my faves, Kenzo. Prada, if you got that dollar. What are your thoughts on the resale market on sneakers? Have you thought about buying replicas? Dead ass, I thought about buying replicas, but I haven't pulled the trigger just because I don't know if I can justify spending the same amount on a new pair of real shoes, the same on a fake pair. Like if I would spend 180 on a pair of Jordans that are real, I don't know if I would spend 180 on a pair that are fake. Even though I know that the only reason why they're charging 180 for a fake pair is because it looks exactly like the original, and I can't even buy the original anymore because of reselling. They're 3, 4, 5,000, however many dollars. To anyone in chat, buying women's pants, a good tip for searching for pieces is to look for marine cut pants. Fairly neutral, flattering design, but their front and back pockets. You should also check out surplus stores, Army surplus stores. Army surplus stores or like workwear stores. Do you have any plans to do more vlogs around Portland, furniture shopping, etc.? Probably, yeah. Just don't have any like immediate plans right now. Being a sneakerhead at this point is like having another monthly bill. The market is stupid. It's honestly like I'm completely turned off from buying sneakers. Like I bought a pair of Dunks that I think get here this week. But other than that, I have no desire to keep up with the drops. I have no desire to, what's funny? I feel like I don't love Air Forces anymore just because I've seen so many people wear them, white women included, white women especially. And it's gotten to the point where it's like everywhere you turn, there's somebody wearing a pair of Dunks. There's somebody wearing a pair of Air Jordan 1s. There's somebody wearing a pair of SB Dunks. There's somebody wearing a pair of the Rick Owens, whatever. And I'm tired. So do you ever wear men's pants? I'm too curvy and too short for them to ever fit me. Yeah, I wear men's pants. I wear mostly like tapered men's pants or wide leg men's pants because that can just cuff them. And then they just kind of have like an oversized look to them. For ladies with small boobs, are slim fit dude button downs an option for a not badly fitting work shirt? I'm confused about one thing about men's button downs or like men's work shirts is that they're long. And so what's going to happen, even if you have small boobs, is you get that shirt, unless you like really tuck it into your pants pretty good, it's going to rise up a bit and you're going to have a lot of scrunching kind of extra fabric just sitting around your torso because it's so long, But if it's slim fit, you can definitely just like tuck it into your underwear if you need to, and just make sure that it looks smooth. Did you ever struggle to find out your style after coming out as lesbian? I recently came out and feel like my style has become more important. Like I'm neither femme or butch. It's confusing often. I wouldn't say it was a struggle. I feel like my sexuality aside, I just went through my personal style journey however I was supposed to. So I just tried a bunch of shit until I found things that worked and then was able to hone in on an aesthetic that worked best for me. But don't dress to look gay. You're going to lose every time. I will say this again. If you are queer, and if you want to do it, then do it. Hey, do it. But I feel like queer people, especially when they come out, there's this pressure to look gay, whatever that means. And if you're doing that, you're not being original. My opinion, no shade, no judgment. I just feel like your style should be your style and not your style as it relates to your sexuality. How do you feel about cropping men's shirts? Crop that hoe. Crop it, cut it, do it. Thank you for slipping all of these mass tips into my subconscious. I feel like my style has gotten so much better since start. I'm proud. I'm proud of you. If you have Primark near you, they have. I don't have a Primark near me. That person that was looking for shirts though, they might. My gay look is not sitting properly in manspreading. I feel that. I remember when I used to work for Foot Action back in 2009, 2012, only folks really buying Forces, Dunks, Jordan ones were either sneakerheads or people of color, and not like that anymore. It's weird, right? It's weird. It's weird seeing white women rack up on all of these sneakers. Like, weren't y'all just wearing banana clips? Where's the banana clips? Where's your banana clip collection? I didn't start dressing the way I really wanted to till I went to college. If there's something that you want to wear, just wear it. Truly, yes. What stores did I find denim jeans? Do I find denim jeans and or tapered pants? Okay. You're in my wheelhouse, girl. All right. Okay, so I'm going to show you two pairs of jeans. This is a pair of straight leg jeans from Diesel. These were about $100, maybe like a little bit over $100. They're dark wash. As you can see, the wash is really rich on them. And what I love about these jeans is just how fucking plain they are. They're so plain. Okay. They don't have, at least these, they don't have much stretch. So if you are curvy, I would just make sure that you find jeans that have like elastane or maybe polyester, spandex, things that stretch. These, for context, are %40 cotton, 6% polyester, 53% lyocell, which I want to say is what gives this the shine. I could be wrong. And they're just plain straight leg. I love Diesel jeans. I love Diesel's women's jeans because they just don't fit like traditional women's jeans. Levi's is also a good option. These are a pair of Levi jeans. These are Levi's 501s. Okay. These are also a bit of a straight leg, and the length on these is 30, I think, or 32. I think these are a 32 inseam. Maybe. I don't know. Same thing though. Levi's is going to give you more stretch. Like if you can see, it's going to give you more of that stretch, but without sacrificing quality. Because I hate it, girl. I hate it when you put on a pair of jeans and all you see is stretch. That's what it looks like going across the thighs. It's not cute. You don't want no thin ass denim. Please, if you are going to buy jeans, regardless of where they are from, I do not care. Shop to your budget. Please don't get a pair of thin jeans. They're gonna look bad, and not even a long time from now. I'm telling you, I would not suggest buying jeans from like fast fashion brands like H&M Or I think Zara, you can probably get a decent pair, but like around the H&M price mark, I don't think it's worth it. I suggest spend a little bit of money on a decent pair of jeans. You can even get a decent pair from Levi's. Levi's has sales all of the time. Just make sure you look at what those jeans are made of. Okay. Keezy TV. It ain't easy being cheesy. Ain't it easy? You feel me? Ja feel? I think something that's super helpful is having one's measurements on hand. Yes. Yes. Know your measurements. And listen, be specific. If you go in the store and you're like, this is what I want, this is my size, and then you're talking to the sales associate and they either don't know what they're talking about, or if they tell you that, you know, like, don't let them try to tell you what you want. You know what you want. And if they don't have it, then they don't have it. And that's just that. I hate when I go into a store and I'm trying to appease the person that's trying to sell things to me because I feel like I'm asking for a lot. Fuck that. Fuck that. You spending your good homosexual dollars, your good Black dollars, your good Asian dollars on whatever it is that you about to buy. Okay? Buy things that you want and that you like. Thank you, Keezy. I appreciate you. Also, how long does it take for you to edit your videos? Because I watch your videos and it'll be 20 seconds into the video. And there will be so many layers of edits that happen. So many layers of edits that happen. I'm like, I would have been done with my entire video by the time you've edited 20 seconds of yours. If y'all want to see professional fucking Bad Girls Club editing and beyond, y'all need to go follow Keezy TV. Took me a long time to learn lesson on jeans. I went into COVID and decided to buy 4 pairs of thick 100% cotton, and they haven't wavered. Yes, yes. I got H&M denim, and they have lasted for 5. You can definitely, you know, go that fast fashion way, and you can find, you know, pieces that do just last. This is from H&M, and this has lasted me 2 years, which isn't a long time, but you know, I want y'all to think back in like the 70s, 60s, 50s, the women of the household made all of the clothes. I just want y'all to think about that. The clothes were made in-house by one person. And so when you go to the store, whoever is making those clothes is not making clothes or a pair of jeans just for you. They're making them for the masses. There are factories that are producing things at a mass level of consumption. Okay? So what's going to suffer out of the triangle? You got quality, you got price, you got speed. Is that what it is? So you can get a speedy pair, so you can just walk into the store and find some at an affordable price, but is the quality going to be there? I don't know. Sometimes you win. This person that got something at H&M 5 years ago and it's still working out, you won. But also keep in mind, clothes were meant to last you longer than 5 years. Like, clothes are meant to last you a very, very long time. Like, whenever I'm looking at my closet, I'm like, oh, I've had this for so long. It's like 2 years is not a long time to have a garment. Like, when the women of the household were making these clothes, they were making them so that they didn't have to make you another one. You know? Is your hat fitted or not? It's very dope. No, it's not fitted. It's a trucker hat. I can't take my hat off because then you'll see my hair. So it's a trucker hat though. Ah! It's a trucker hat. You can see the net here. Are your pair of 501s men's or women's? Women's. Women's. Okay, question I've had for a long time. What are the costs of getting pieces tailored? What increases the price? Because to me, it's a way to expend a garment. All right. So it really just depends on who you go to. I'm gonna always tell you to go to brown people. Go to brown people, Asian tailors, like Korean tailors. I don't know any black tailor. I've never had a black tailor, but go to the brown people who tailor clothes, who have like little dry cleaners. Like, go to them, because they're the people who are going to take their time. They are the people who are going to take the time to make some type of relationship with you. Okay. And they're also the nicest. I've gone to tailors where, listen, man, I'm just going to tell you that if you're spending money on service work, you should go to brown people, because those are the people who appreciate that money. Okay. Who need that money and who are going to do a better job. Nothing against white tailors or anything, but I just feel that that's where I want my dollars to go. But as far as pricing goes, a hem, like if you wanted to crop a shirt, that should be less than 10, no more than 10, or maybe even around $10. Same thing with denim. I know that like little simple stuff like that should be anywhere from like $7 to $12. Like if you're just hemming something or just shortening something up and you want like a finished hem, anything above that, I don't think I've paid anything over $25 at a tailor. But I'm also not doing like, I'm not getting a full suit tailored, you know. I'm not doing nothing crazy. How much mending and repairing to your own clothes do you do, or at what point do you decide that a garment is not worth repairing? I don't do a lot. I don't think I do any. I don't really have clothes that are, usually if something starts to deteriorate, it's because it was probably not that great to begin with. And usually I just let it go. And luckily I haven't had anything of value become damaged. So I haven't needed to do that. Are you going to start a clothing brand later? I think that would be dope. You got a good take on fashion. I would love to consult, but starting that feels like so much. Like right now I have like my merch / t-shirt kind of thing going on. And that's fun because I'm able to like make t-shirts that have a message and, you know, be someone who is of the community, that profits from the community. But other than that, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a fun idea. And I think it's probably more of a fun idea more than something that I would actually do. But then again, I was talking to my girlfriend about this because so for those of y'all that don't know, my girl, she used to work making custom suits and clothes for athletes. And so that's why, you know, she's good at sewing and tailoring and that type of thing. And when we were in LA, we went to Santee Alley and like went to the little district downtown where you can, you know, buy buttons and zippers and, you know, look at all these different fabrics and like all of that stuff in LA. And it was really cool. It's very fascinating to me. Just the construction of clothes and the way people are able to think of something and then just make it. But I think what I actually sit down working with fabric and all that to try and make something, I don't know, probably not. But seeing it happen, I'm like, this probably isn't as involved as I think it is. I really feel like it's probably having an idea, going to someone who can make it, telling them what you want, working with them to figure out the fine details, and then either going through them or through someone else to create multiple items. Like the process itself is probably not as involved as I think it is. Ah! What just happened? Any thoughts on how to prevent the dreaded upper thigh hole ripped for jeans and pants? You can get patches. You can take it to a tailor and they can literally just repair it for you. Do I have to? Oh, you're talking to somebody. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Priestess Home Videos. What do you think about streetwear from the high-end brands like Off-White? I think that it feeds a machine. It feeds the audience. I don't think that it is. I'm not gonna hold you. I think it's corny. I feel like if I went to a bar and I saw a guy wearing a complete off-white fit, I wouldn't think, oh my God, that is so original and amazing and I love his style. I would think that's homeboy is trying to get off a complete off-white fit to flex in this fucking Applebee's right now. Like that's what I think. I think that brands and certain items can become so popular that they become corny. And I think that that is pretty much the ethos of trends. Like that fucking oh God, what was it? That off-white belt. You know what I'm talking about? That yellow, it was really long. It could like kind of like that people would just wrap them around their waists. You know what I'm talking about? It's played out, sis. And I remember people wore them so often and I saw it so much to the point where it's like, this is not cool anymore. And I think that Off-White CDG, I don't know what CDG is. Maybe I do know what CDG is. I think that it just becomes that. And one thing that I've also noticed is a lot of the Instagram accounts I follow, like the fashion ones, a lot of them kind of go off of sneakers. So it's like they will collect all the Off-White collabs. They'll collect all the Air Jordan 1s and the Dunks, SB Dunks, Bastas, whatever. They'll collect all of these different sneakers. And I'm looking at all their outfits and I'm like, all of these outfits have these sneakers, which means that you use these sneakers as the basis for your outfit. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it makes me question, I'm like, would this person have style if they did not have their sneakers to carry them? Because they're still figuring out what the rest of the outfit's going to look like. They're just taking either the colors or certain elements of the sneakers. Like someone who does a good job, I think, of being able to have a very unique style. Well, not very unique, but a style without looking too generic, I think. His name is, what's his name? It starts with a B. Give me 1 second. This guy. Black Magic or Black. I don't fucking know, bro. But this guy. Comme des Garçons. Like this guy. Like clearly he used his shoes. The shoes are pink and brown. And he just created a pink and brown outfit. but there's like enough uniqueness there for me to be able to see what his actual style is beyond just a pair of sneakers, you know? Thoughts on Fear of God essentials? I've heard that they're really good. I've never owned any ever, so I can't speak to that, but I just heard that they're really good quality. I mean, they're basics. It's just a basics line, and if they're good, then I guess they're doing their job. What have you noticed about Portland's fashion? I don't know if Portland is the most fashionable city. I'll say that. When I walk down the street or when I'm driving throughout the streets, do I see people that are like in like fits? No, not often. My tia owns an alteration shop in the Bay Area and she slaps. Prices are reasonable too. She just tailored an oversized men's suit for me and it's chef's kiss. Wonderful. I don't wear a brand just for a brand. I wear it because you actually like article clothing. Yes, you should. Would you recommend thrifting as a good way to find quality at a lower price? Yes, I would. Because usually most thrifted items, at least vintage ones, um, they're still there. They haven't deteriorated. They haven't disintegrated. You can literally hold it up on a hanger. So that has already proven itself to be quality that can stand the test of time. So yes, the Converse with the heart. You know, people talk about those Converse with the heart. I kind of like the Converse with the heart. The Comme des Garçons. I get why they're corny though. I get why people think that. If anyone knows of any awesome POC owned businesses you love, send them into those websites too. Then other people can find them. Yeah. What do you think about people who have crazy hype sneakers, but their outfits are just all black? I honestly hate that because they don't add on to the sneakers. I don't have any strong opinions about, you know, the way people choose to dress. You know, I just have an issue with people who say they are fashion influencers when they don't actually have a style. So it's like that person who buys a bunch of hype sneakers and wears all black and everything, that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But would I go to that person for a fashion inspo? Probably not, because that wouldn't make sense. I would call that person a sneakerhead who does basic outfits, which is fine. Does Portland have a hipster style? I guess. I think so. I don't think I've met enough people to be able to say, but for the most part, a lot of tattoos. I'll say that. I love Wisdom, but I wouldn't wear most of what he wears other than his 70s inspired fits. Wisdom is like a fashion. He's like high fashion. Wisdom's doing something different. Like you got your people doing the stacked denim, the minimal, kind of aesthetic or the oversized flannels and the sneakers and whatever. Wisdom is like out here wearing heels, culottes, you know, scarves, babushka, uh, skirts. Like he's out here wearing things none of us can afford. So tips on modeling poses. Honestly, just take more pictures. Just take more pictures. I know that sounds dumb. I know that's not helpful, but it is helpful if you actually do it. If you take more pictures and get more comfortable in front of the camera, you're just going to start moving and reacting. You're going to figure out if you're going to find a rhythm. You just got to do it though. You have to do it. Please share advice on how to dress for office and not look either like a raggedy boy or too feminine. Hate button-down shirts. You could do nice little blazer moment, some nice pants, You can do a pattern pant, like a houndstooth, or a some type of check pattern, window pane. But yeah, other than a look that isn't too masculine or too feminine, I feel like a button down is just kind of the go-to. You can do a nice t-shirt with something like a nice sweater on top of it, like a cardigan or something like that. Um, yeah, even like those sweater t-shirts, like it's literally the construction of a t-shirt, but it's in like a knit form or like a knit fabric that looks a little bit more buttoned up. It looks a little bit more dressy, and just like tuck that in to some nice pants with a belt. As a fellow shortest person, do you have any tips for not looking little? I don't care about looking short. So I'm not the right person to ask, but I do crop a lot of my stuff. I do tuck in a lot of my stuff. Wearing high waisted or like mid rise things helps just to make your legs look longer and stuff like that. What would 18-year-old Jade think of Jade's style? Honestly, I think I would be very proud of myself. I would think that that bitch has got it. That's what I would think. Could you recreate fits based on your favorite cartoon characters? I could do that. I could do that. Do you have any advice on finding pants that are long enough for a tall woman? I just got a Uniqlo order and all the pants were slightly too short. I know that Uniqlo has the option on some of their pants where you can click an inseam and you can actually put in a longer inseam. You can do that. I don't know. I guess it's not on all Uniqlo pants, but I know that Uniqlo has that option. Um, Once again, ASOS has that tall section. Levi's, Zara, their stuff is tend to be cut a little longer, or they just have like a longer inseam that's available. Or buying men's pants also. Do you think looks have anything to add on to fashion? What? That's something I've always thought about because some people look good in certain things and others not so much. Do you think, oh, that looks have anything? Oh, hell yeah. What? Yes. Um, People that say they have an effortless fashion sense or just like, I just want to look effortless. Yeah, you can only pull that off if you're skinny. Effortlessness is only afforded to those who are seen as thin. There's little friction or conflict between what the garment looks like on the hanger versus what it looks like on your body. Whereas if someone who's bigger or has curves, it's not effortless because you can see the conflict between the garment and the person's body, whether that be it's tight around certain areas or it just doesn't like drape and fall a certain kind of way because of the body that the garment is on. Um, so looks, yeah, I do think that it feeds into the fashion. And I also think that there are people who are just skinny and pretty, and yet they are regarded as fashion inspo, and I don't understand it. So yeah, pretty privilege is a part of all this shit. But I'm actually gonna go. I wanted to do this live because I did not post a video today, but I'm going to be back on my shit next week, though. I promise. I promise because I have no choice. Okay. But thank y'all for coming through. I had fun. I'll see y'all soon in another one. Bye.